Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is James Rich, and I am Head of Operations and Partnerships here at Limo Anywhere. I'm looking at the attendee list, and I see a lot of names that I recognize from over the years, which is awesome. Appreciate you all taking the time out of your busy schedules to join our webinar, and we are really excited to showcase these services to you. Really quickly, some context on how we got here. So, over the years, we've received a lot of feedback from operators asking if we can help them in other areas of their business. As a result, we have made significant investment in these areas, having already launched several value-added services with several more on the way. Today, we are here to talk about digital marketing services, and the goal of this offering is to help you generate demand, increase repeat customers, upgrade your digital storefront, and help you scale your business. I'm incredibly proud of this offering. We have a fantastic marketing services leadership team here with Jeremy Threapkill, Brian Mattingly, and Howie Linderman. It's a team, as you'll hear shortly, that has a proven track record of success rolling out and managing these services for thousands of businesses across a number of industries. And we're absolutely thrilled to have them and the experience they bring to the team. So, once again, thank you for giving us some of your time and joining us today. With that, I will go ahead and turn it over to you, Jeremy.
Awesome. Thank you so much, James. So again, like James said, I'm also very proud to be part of this. I want to thank Sean and James for giving me the opportunity to come on board with the team. Extremely excited, learning every single day. And that being said, I want to introduce my right-hand man and my partner in crime and success here. That is Brian Mattingly. Brian Mattingly has over 20 years experience in marketing. He has been at the front of cutting edge technology when digital just started coming out. You know, we're talking about predated yellow book ads, right? Right when digital started taking landscape, Brian was one of the first people to integrate that, as well as integrate print marketing, and now we're working towards AI. So very excited to announce that. I want to introduce him as a team member. He's a big intricate part as far as strategy goes and execution. Also want to introduce you to Howie. Howie's been leading our cutting edge technology for web development. He's been implementing AI, things that are going to help you guys get more conversions and also bring in more top line revenue. My name's Jeremy Threapkill. I've worked with some of the largest marketing agencies across the country. That said, I come in with a lot of knowledge on the e-commerce side, as well as on the organic SEO, web development, as well as digital marketing. I consider myself a full stack marketer by trade. And collectively, we have a team of 31 individuals who all carry a lot of weight and bring something to the table. One thing you're going to see here is we're going to mention AI a lot, simply because AI is where we're headed, right? So without further ado, first thing I'd like to share with everyone is Limo Anywhere's new AI-driven marketing platform. So what you're going to learn today is we have some features that we're already able to showcase, sign you up for, so you can scale, and we're also going to share some things in our roadmap so you see where we're headed. That being said, AI-powered integration for web development, also digital ads, social media marketing, also on the paid side and the organic side. And again, our goal here is to drive customer acquisition, reduce costs, that's customer acquisition costs, and as well as drop top line revenue. One thing that we're also going to be working towards is re-engage customers. You're going to see us targeting existing customers, automating campaigns to increase loyalty and repeat business. Right now, if you're not doing any retargeting programs, that being Facebook, email, text message, or even an AI bot, you're losing. So these are things that we're going to cover today. I hope everyone's excited because I know this team is. At the end of the day, our job is just to reduce costs and also increase efficiencies. And we're going to do this by automating anything worth automating, not to mention we're also going to make sure that you guys barely have to lift a finger. You're going to know that we have some do-it-for-you solutions as well as some do-it-with-you solutions. So I'm very excited to announce that. If you don't mind, Howie, go ahead and take us to the next slide. So what you're looking at right now is our brand new platform. This is for Limo Anywhere. What you're going to see here is you can now see how many leads you receive. You can see it week over week. You can run reports. You can see how the weather has impacted. You can see how many referrals you generated. For example, we do have a referral campaign, right? On top of that, we have some review management with AI Assist. For example, when a review comes in, let's say from Google, Bing, maybe it came through Yelp, maybe it came through Facebook, you need to know how to respond to it. AI Assist will help you. If you're not responding to your reviews, Google's made it part of the criteria. The goal here is that you should be doing at least 90% responding to those reviews. It will help you rank in the local map pack. On top of that, we also give you a lot of local citations through our strategic partnership that you otherwise would have to pay a lot of money for or you can't have. This is going to help drive domain authority. It's going to help boost your rankings. And it's one piece of the pie of many pieces. But that said, if you encompass this with our website technology that also boosts on-site SEO and technical SEO, which is very important, it's the foundation of any marketing, then what you're going to do is just set yourself up for success when you're ready to really turn the jets on. And in some markets, this is what you need to do just to leapfrog your competition. What we've learned is that a lot of people are not doing all the right things. They're not adding the right type of content for conversion rate optimization. Not to mention, they're not mentioning, local landmarks, local SEO, cities, as well as the services that you provide and building on that entity marketing. These are things that this new AI platform is going to help solve for, especially on the website side. So our goal here today is to show you what we're working on. On top of that, I want to make sure everyone sees value in every single one of our presentations. So for those that have more time than, let's say, money, maybe those who are just getting into the industry, rest assured, wait till the end. We are going to give you some free tips and tricks on how to do on-site SEO for yourself, things that we know are working and things that we've already been proven out. So again, make sure you stick around. Make sure you get your phone ready. I want to make sure everyone takes advantage of that. Just little tidbits, little tips and tricks to help you be even more successful, even without us. Okay. That said, let's go ahead and walk through this a little more. If you see right there, you'll see it says, please go back. I apologize. You'll see an overview here. This is what you'll see when you first enter in. You also see your ad campaign. From ads, you'll be able to see what type of UI, UX that we use for your social media campaigns, that being Facebook, as well as maybe if we did a Google partner site retargeting campaign, you'll see the creatives. You'll even see what the conversions look like. We also have flex text and email marketing for sequences. For example, not everyone that comes to our website ends up converting, but they might convert later, but they still might be in the discovery phase. For example, let's talk about that. If someone's planning for a prom, right? Someone's planning for a bachelor party. Maybe someone's just planning to do a lot of traveling and they want black car service for various reasons. What we'll do is drip email, text marketing campaigns, special promotions, offers to get them back in the door. Those same type of campaigns are the same campaigns that we'll do to help your customers stay top of mind with you, in the sense that, let's say that someone hasn't booked from you for about 4 or 5 months, or maybe it's a seasonality thing. For example, prom season, you want to ping all those individuals and you want to do a referral campaign where they introduce you to other individuals who might be interested in it. What we're going to do is just keep on driving more top of funnel for you, things that don't really take a lot of time other than the know-how. But if we set it up for you in this do it for you solution, all you have to do is sit back and collect the results. So we'll walk through that a little bit more. We can't really dig into the details now. For those who have questions and they're really interested, I highly suggest you use that meeting link in the Facebook chat as well as a Zoom chat, so you can schedule a free consultation, take advantage of that. There's so many different variables and options we have for both the black car and the limo service. On top of that, we're going to discuss today organic digital. If you see here, we can even you're going to see if we were to break down these tabs. Again, you can't see it in this slideshow. We only have so much time. But again, you can see what your customers are saying, what they're doing, how they're reacting to your campaigns, and therefore make sure that you're successful and see that return on ad spend that you're looking for, as well as the conversion rate you're looking for on the organic side. As far as analytics, probably more analytics than you care about, but it's going to make sure that you're spending your money in the places that make the most sense and everything's transparent. What you'll find is that we are now the only ones that can offer you down to the dollar amount of what your customer acquisition cost looks like on the booking side. For example, if your average ASP is $225 for car service, and what you're going to see here is exactly what the ad spend was, what the subtraction is, and what your ROI is. On top of that, you're going to be able to log in to a single sign-on for your website. You're going to be able to make updates. You're going to make revisions. Keep in mind, this is brand new technology. I feel very confident, without a doubt, saying that we will have the best websites in the industry. We have an automatic indexer. I notice a lot of the pre-existing websites that are using WordPress, various other plugins, a lot of guys using Wix. Those things are not indexing fast. You're going to see that our websites were designed to meet Google's criteria. The page speed is extremely fast, not to mention the conversion rate optimization we put on there to drive leads coming in to the right places for the information they're seeking, so therefore they can convert. On top of that, we automatically have an indexer, so we put them in all the various search engines for you. That happens in days rather than months, and what we're seeing on a lot of other platforms. On top of that, you're going to see local SEO. You can track your rankings. More importantly, you're also going to see call tracking. For example, I'm going to be able to track attributions from Facebook. I'm going to be able to see it from Google, as well as any other various partner sites. And we're going to be able to see if those calls converted. You can actually listen in to your employees taking on new sales. Not to mention, you can even track your closing rate. If you were to dig a little deeper and listen to those phone calls, you can hit search and look for someone that might have mentioned Visa or MasterCard. Keep in mind, it is encrypted on that part. So anyway, very excited, a lot of things to share. I'm going to talk fairly fast simply because there's so much to cover. If you don't mind, Howie, go ahead and take us to the next slide. So here's an example of what call tracking is. You're going to see that this individual got 234 phone calls. You're going to see the duration of the talk time. And you're also going to be able to see what city that they came from in the phone number, as well as their name on caller ID, which we blocked out here. So you can pick up the phone, call those people that have 0-second talk time because your office staff might not have answered the call. You can also see why there's 11-minute conversation. Some cases that might be someone needing some customer service. You might want to see how they handle that. On top of that, you can also be able to see in there if there was an actual conversion as well. So very exciting. You can see transactions, web forms, as well as we eventually are going to be able to even track chats. So lots to unpack here. Again, if you have questions, schedule a consultation. This is really geared to give you guys a high-level overview and something to look forward to. If you don't mind, Howie, take us to the next one. So what I'd like to do now is hand it off to Howie. Howie and team has been doing a great job. We have multiple templates that we would like to share with you guys. Keep in mind, if you were to go hire an outside developer, and I challenge you, you're going to pay anywhere from 5 to 10K for one of these websites. Not only that, you're still not going to be able to get the functionalities and the features that we offer. I'm just talking about looks and aesthetics. What's behind the scenes, what's really driving the success here is what Howie's about to unpack for us. So go ahead, Howie.
Thanks, Jeremy. So yeah, like Jeremy said, the website's kind of your backbone, and getting a premium website's quite similar to buying a vehicle for your fleet. And I'm going to give you some comparisons to that. And while I do that, I'm going to show you. Go to the next slide. I'm going to show you kind of one of our sites that we've designed. And so what's really important is branding. Your fleet reflects your business image, and the same thing should be for your website. It's the digital storefront of your brand. It's your identity. And when you buy your car for your fleet, you're going to look at what features it has, the color, the accessories that come with it. And that's the same thing that you should be looking for on your website. It's, the colors match your branding, the fonts match your branding. It's the content meets what you guys are doing. It's exactly what your goals are. So it's going to have your vehicle types on it. It's going to have your services that you offer. It's going to have the areas that you guys kind of do. So everything's tailored for your business, whether you're a black car service, maybe you're a charter service, all that stuff matters. So the next thing would be maintenance. All your vehicles need constant maintenance, oil changes, tire rotations. It's the same thing with websites. If you don't have someone to help you out with that, it's going to cause issues with your Google listings. It's going to cause issue with your conversion rate optimization. And that's what we're here for. We're here to help you make sure everything's secure, it's performing well, you're getting the best technology. And the third thing is performance and reliability. Just like your car needs to perform, it needs to be reliable, your website needs to be that way as well. So it needs to be user-friendly, it needs to be reliable, it has to have an amazing experience for your visitors. Our technology is what that's going to provide. It uses AI technology, ADA technology to help with that. So we're going to make sure that it's performing really well. So just a few little designs here that you can kind of get an idea of what the quality is, the structure is, stuff is little things that just to help with SEO is, having local attractions on your site. So when people are searching for stuff in your area, frequently asked questions or locations, all that stuff matters. And if it's not done with the proper structure, it's not going to be searchable. So to kind of wrap things up, something to think about is when you're buying your car for your fleet, you're probably not going to go with the Hyundai. You're going to go with a Cadillac Escalade. So that's who we are. We are the Escalade of the website industry. We're here to provide you the best luxury, the best technology, the fastest, most reliable. So go ahead and, if you want the best, come to us. So with that, I'm going to pass it back over to Jeremy so that he can kind of go into more depth about some SEO.
Great. So piggyback off what Howie said, this is the foundation. Without a proper foundation, a proper website, you can throw all the backlinks at it you want. You can throw Google ads at it. If it doesn't convert, if you don't see the click-through rate you want, you're never going to see the rankings, right? That said, 70% of all limo and black car service bookings start with a Google search. And it's important to know that 40% of the Google searches have with local intent. So like how we mentioned, having that local intent content, having those city service area pages, not to mention keeping it very hyper local for areas that you want to rank in. For example, like airports, right? That said, 76% of these searches will result in a booking within a day. But that also depends on your website. Not every website, not every platform, not every conversion form is created the same. We put a lot of effort, time, and energy. We also use a lot of data. Everyone at the end of the day has their opinions, but data speaks louder than words. And every design that we create is all data driven. So I challenge some of you guys. I've looked at hundreds of websites over the last 3 or 4 months. And I'm going to be honest, when sometimes I go to one of these sites, I don't even see a phone number at the very top, right? Again, that's a big issue, especially as part of NAPS, as part of Google's criteria. If you have citations that have numbers, but you don't have them on your website, that's a big deal. If you're not passing the 5-second test and I can't tell in 5 seconds exactly what this site is and what it offers, I can't tell you have online booking. Again, that's going to be another issue. One thing I want to share with anyone about SEO, it just doesn't start with the website, right? You also got to do link building. What is your strategy? For example, if your competitor has 2,000 backlinks and Google ranks his DA, meaning his domain authority at 35, and he's the #1 spot and he has 1,500 keywords, then I need to make sure that I work towards and have a strategy that matches him, more importantly, leapfrogs them and create a huge gap between us and them. So eventually we can start taking over those positions. So that said, you're going to notice we have some do-it-for-you solutions for SEO. Keep in mind, this one is not for everyone. If you're not patient, SEO doesn't happen overnight. It takes a few months, 6 to 8 months in most markets. But if you're in a place like Miami, Manhattan, it can take even longer. That said, we give you a tracking report so you can see that you're heading in the right direction. You should feel very confident. You can also talk to any one of your account managers. They can walk you through what we have done and also walk you through the strategy. More importantly, walk you through whatever low-hanging fruit you might have. Some of you guys are on the 2nd, 3rd page of Google right now. But again, in Google, in my eyes, that's where you go bury dead bodies. The reason why is majority of the traffic never leaves off the front page. So it's very important that you have a strategy, a plan in place. If that's something you're interested in, definitely take the time, schedule a meeting, and we can walk you through what that looks like for you. Okay. Go ahead and take us to the next slide. Howie?
We got it.
Yep, you're set.
Great.
Technical difficulty?
Yeah, my mouse was on the wrong screen.
Yeah, no worries. Next, I would like to hand it off to Brian Mattingly. Mattingly is going to walk us through paid digital as well as strategy and what we're trying to solve for.
Thanks, Jeremy. Thanks, everybody. Glad to be here. Certainly want to talk and kind of piggyback off some of the things you've heard today. Obviously, you've heard some words that are technical, and you've heard some words that you may not have heard before, things like SEO and optimizations and things like that. But what I will say is the world of digital is ever changing. Most big universities in this country have MBA programs tied to digital marketing now. It's complex. The environment we're operating in is ever changing. One of the questions I always ask, and you can just think about this while I ask this now, is how many people on this call, for example, are searching for certain things or certain items on ChatGPT or Google Gemini. The shift with AI, what's been reported for this year, or at least at the end of this year, is 20 to 30% of all searches are going through an AI-driven mechanism. So what that means for everyone on this call is, you have to be thinking more broadly. All these things we talk about in marketing, they all connect, right? So the website, as Howie mentioned, the tech stack and the back end engine on the websites that we are producing are designed to go and work with the language models that are coming out in AI. So you have to have that. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Brian, sorry, but I want to piggyback. I challenge anyone that has ChatGPT right now. Go to ChatGPT, ask it, who is the best black car software provider, or who's the best limo software provider? I feel very confident you're going to see it pulls up Limo anywhere. After that, ask it, where did you come up with this answer? What you're going to find out is going to say, based on the information we found online and based on the reviews and based on the responses. That said, it tells you right off the bat the things that you need to solve for. And like Brian said, if you're not starting to optimize for AI, for technologies like ChatGPT, it's only a matter of time for this disruptor to take over. Just like how Google did the yellow pages is what AI is about to do for current digital marketing. Not saying it won't still be around, but at the end of the day, it's still going to take a big lever for a lot of people who are not starting to advertise for it. So Brian, I apologize. Just want to share that.
No, I think that's a great point you make, and it kind of speaks to the idea of why you have to be doing things more more consistently. I think SEO is a great example. If you're just barely doing SEO, and we'll give you some tips that can help you do that, but in the end, the language models are looking much deeper down into Google. So having the listings, for example, a process we put in place for SEO, so you can be found through the directories and the way things are structured in the directories, that all matters. Jeremy made a point earlier that reviews, if you're not responding to 90% of your reviews, even if they don't say anything, if they're just stars, you're missing an opportunity. That's a signal for Google to present you when somebody searches, I need black car transportation to the airport. So as you're thinking about things, and we're going to move on and talk about paid, you have to think about that marketing is getting much more sophisticated. And don't forget, most people are on their phones all the time. 70% of all bookings are done on mobile, on Google. And so the reality is we've got to be sophisticated in this area. We have to be thinking about it, and we have to make investments. And so one thing I always tell everybody is if you just want to dip your toe in the water with marketing, don't waste your money. Just don't do it. Marketing is an investment. Marketing is long-term. You talk about these paid strategies and these SEO strategies, they take time. Well, paid is a little bit of a faster runway. I'll get to that in a minute, but these things do take time. But once you get into that top page of Google, for example, or once you get a good marketing combination of things happening in the ecosystem out there, you've got a money machine that's working for you 24/7 because people are searching all the time, and you're going to be found that way. So marketing is an investment. It's a long-term strategy that you have to commit to. And if you're willing to do it, and the best business operators are, you will gain the fruits and be able to scale your business. So I always want to point that out. It's not just throw a couple things out there and hope it hits. It's a strategy, it's an investment, and it's something you got to commit to. We're going to talk about two different things quickly. We're going to talk about intent-based marketing. So when I say the word intent-based, that means somebody has the intent for the service. For example, I need a wedding transportation vehicle. That is something someone would search in Google or ChatGPT or wherever they're searching. That's intent. That means they need it. So you can see, for example, on the right-hand side here, that's an ad preview that would respond to that intent. And I'll talk a little bit more about that here shortly. But outside of intent, you also have interest-based marketing, right? So I always say this: if you've looked at a pair of shoes online before, they tend to follow you around, right? So Facebook and Meta and all these different, well, Meta's the parent of all these different platforms. They have very sophisticated models to understand your interest and to present you things that are interesting to you. So when you hear us talk about intent and interest base, we're going to get into that a little bit more. We're talking about the way people search and the way things are found. So Howie, I'll ask you to pass it to the next slide for me, if you don't mind. Okay, so let's talk about paid. So SEO and all these things, again, working together, this ecosystem of marketing working together does take time. One way to jumpstart that is to get into a paid ad strategy, right? So if you look on the right, you see a sponsored ad, and many of us have seen this before. You may have not quite known what it is, but these are ads that people pay for based on the search term that someone presents. So if someone searches black car service to the airport, in this case, Elite Auto Source is paying to get that placement in Google. So this is a faster way to get your brand into the mix and to start driving revenue. You can see it on the map pack too there. So that's all this local SEO and this regional talk that have been noting on with the website and with SEO. That all comes into the map pack. But if you buy the sponsored ad, you can get to the top of that potentially as well. So that's kind of the quick thing. Jeremy always likes to call it instant mashed potatoes because you certainly get moving to the top faster and start generating revenue faster. As I mentioned, marketing is investment, and you have to think of it as a stock, right? So generally speaking, if you think about Google, for every dollar you spend in Google, you're going to generate $3 in revenue. So my question to anybody on this call is, would you buy a stock for $1 that's going to be worth $3? And the answer is most of us that are financially, at least basic financial acumen are going to say, heck yeah, I'd buy $1 for a stock for $1 that's going to be $3. So that's the way to be thinking about it. I'm going to take that a step further. We obviously have access to Limo Anywhere data in the back, and we can see what are average tickets. How often do people ride? So we know on average, if you had a loyal customer or client, they're going to do on average 4 rides a year at a $200 ticket. We also happen to know, according to the National Realtors Association, that people live in their areas or their homes for 5.2 years on average. So if you do the math, if you capture somebody new today and they become a loyal customer, you're talking about a lot of money. You're talking about 4 rides a year, so $800 times 5 point, this $4,000 acquisition, in the long term. But again, you have to think of it as that strategy. It's not just a quick fix. You have to think about the long term of that. So if you start compounding that, start adding new people, and they all become these long-term loyal clients of yours, that's how you really start generating the flywheel and making a lot of money for your business. How, if you could go to the next one, that'd be great. So some of the things we're doing, and this is some of the things we've built within the LA platform, which we call LA Connected Promotions, is we will put a promotion in one of your ads or a couple of your ads. So again, if somebody's searching, I need airport transportation, for example, we would have a sponsored ad. You can see in this example, it's Cowtown Limos, where we would offer them a discount. And we'd set that up behind the scenes for you in the Limo Anywhere software in your platform. And we will use what we call microsites or landing pages to get people to give us information to get that discount. So it's a trade. So would you trade 10% off for people's data so you can continue to drip and talk to them? If they don't convert, it goes back to the idea of not everybody books the minute they respond to an ad. So we want to capture as much data as we can so we can stay top of mind. So when they are ready to purchase, we do have their information. You can see 2 variations of landing pages in this example. We call it smart traffic. So this is an AI-generated piece that we have that allows us to understand the type of consumer or the demographic of the consumer and which page they respond to better. So for example, let's just say it's corporate men respond to the black landing page. Well, our AI is going to pick up on that, and maybe women respond to the red page. I have no idea, but that could be an example of this A/B test. Well, once we understand that, once the AI starts learning about that, it starts serving that page the right color to the right person, which in turn creates more conversions for us, which what that means for you is 30, 40, $50,000 over time, because we're actually getting more people connected to you and converting these ads. So we call these LA connected promotions. This is part of the paid strategy in the packages that you'll see here shortly that we do offer. So it's really using some sophisticated technology behind the scenes there. So Howie, if we could go to the next one. So when we talk about Instagram and Facebook, and again, we're talking now about more interest ads, right? So one of the great things we're able to do is retarget your existing customer base, right? So we can actually see, if we can find them online, maybe they have interest in, they've shown interest before with you, so we could follow them with a retargeting ad. Perfect example too, if we know that you've, or let's just say if Meta knows that you have bought black car service before, there's signals there they can identify, and they can try to serve our Facebook or and Instagram ads to those people that have shown that interest. We're also able to use some probability targeting based on the LA data that we've just the aggregate of what we've learned over the years, so we can build data models and try to find the right consumers. So these are all the advantages of using this Limo Anywhere platform that we've built, that has a smart AI on the back end, but really using all the different pieces of the marketing ecosystem to drive your business forward. So that would be the Meta, Instagram, and Facebook campaigns. How, if you could go to the next one, that'd be great.
Looks fantastic.
Do you want to jump in, Jeremy?
No, I was just saying it looks fantastic. I did want to say something for those who are having trouble schedule a meeting. I saw multiple people reporting that because of needing your customer ID. We just fixed that, so please forgive us. If you look at that chat, you'll see Brian Kalinowski put his meeting link, but the current one should work. So again, please forgive us. Either way, we'll respond back to you guys with another link for anyone that wants a meeting. So feel free to chime in. Apologize. Go ahead.
Yeah, so great. So, again, going back to all these things matter, and marketing is a comprehensive solution and a comprehensive system that makes all things happen. So social media is a great example of that. We have an AI tool that helps write social media posts. For example, we know everybody's busy. You're running a business. You don't have time to post on social media. But the reality is that's another signal for Google. That's another brand piece that's going to elevate you in the digital ecosystem. So are you posting on social today in your organic Facebook page? Are you posting on Instagram today? Well, we have tools that do this through AI that takes the thinking out of it, takes the time out of it, allows you to do that. You're also able to track, how your competitors are doing things, and that gives you some insight, gives you some nuggets on how you can compete online. And one of the most important things, and I've said this already earlier, but I'll say it again, reviews and how you're generating reviews and if you're responding to reviews. One of the tools that we have in the Limo Anywhere platform is the add-ons product. If you don't have that, we're giving the surveys module now as part of the marketing platform to help us drive reviews. We know it's vital to your success to have reviews, and to get good ones, because again, that is so meaningful for end user clients or consumers who might want to purchase from you, but it's also meaningful for the Google search intent and SEO. So we're doing a lot in the review area, and you'll get to benefit from some really cool technology that we've built to help generate reviews.
So Brian, let me chime in a little bit. It's also important that you're active in social media. These are the little tidbits here and there that allow you to leapfrog your competition. For those that want to know more, go to Google and search the word, what is the importance for social signals when ranking a website, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see various opinions, but I always like going to the Google forums themselves. You're gonna really find some really good information. Anytime that you can talk about your business online, that's Facebook, that's Instagram, really anywhere, even citations like you mentioned, like local directories, something that we solve for is outstanding. Anytime you're responding back to your customers, again, these are all social signals, and sometimes that's all it takes to get the lift you're looking for to go from that second page to the first page. But again, you still gotta have the right website. You have to have really good content, and you got to make sure that you got that click-through rate, that conversion rate optimization that Google's looking for. If someone goes to your website and they spend less than 30 seconds, that's called a bounce rate. That's not good, right? What you want is the opposite. You want a click-through rate. Those again are signals that tell Google, hey, this is the credible content our customers are looking for. They're spending this time. The website loads very fast. People are talking about them on social media. There's a lot of content about other various websites and sources, backlinks and blogs, things that we solve for in the Do It For You solution for SEO that's going to really help you get that push that you're looking for. So that said, AI is going to help us with a lot of this. There are some things that we can't do for you, right? I can't go in there and talk about a recent prom event that you did or a recent airport. I can't mention the city you're in because I have no idea what this picture is, but these prompts and these do-it-for-you solutions are going to walk you through so you can solve for it and beat your competition. At the end of the day, everyone's goal online is to absorb as much oxygen you can out of your market, and this is exactly what this solves for.
Yeah, Jeremy, just let me piggyback on one thing. We'll talk about kind of roadmap here shortly, but when we set out to build this platform with the Limo Anywhere team, we spent a lot of time thinking about all the different aspects of all the different things that were going to make you successful. And we pulled every high-tech tool we could find into the mix to do this for you. And I will tell you, we're very proud of what we've built. We think it is going to be super powerful for you in the long term. Again, it's an investment. It's something you've got to commit to. But we're very proud and have spent a lot of time and resources and dollars to build this platform so you could scale and grow your businesses. So this is just another aspect of it. And again, we're staying on top of it too. We're introducing new products into this platform all the time. In fact, we have a great roadmap. I'll talk about one of the tools before we close here, but so many things we're doing to really round out your whole marketing ecosystem so you can have the best chance for success.
Yeah, and we're going to take care of those early adapters. So best time is now. You're going to see more features in the roadmap. Keep in mind, what we're really trying to solve for is to help guys for the do it along with you solution, meaning those that might be limited by budget. We want to help you there. Those who are really looking to make a big impact, they want to scale, they're ready for growth. We can also help you solve for that. So again, if anyone's interested in learning more, use that meeting link, schedule a meeting, let's talk through it. At least you'll learn what we can offer and what we can do for, and maybe it's in your budget next year. Either way, it makes sense. We want everyone to know what we're doing today. So again, just take some time, learn a little bit more, and definitely ping us.
Fantastic. All right, my last slide, and then we'll close here, is just something, well, two things actually. So part of the drip campaigns and things we talked about, referring a friend. This is in our platform today. So, what happens is I always say that the term birds of a feather tend to flock together. So for example, I travel a lot for business and most of my neighbors do as well. So if you get me, we're going to ask me to refer one of my colleagues potentially to use you and your team. So having that refer friend extends the dollar or the investment that we just spent maybe in Google, and uses the network to go viral that you find to create more and more revenue for you from the people that respond. So that's part of what we call the Flex Text platform. Love that.
Can I chime in 1 second on that one, Brian? So what we're working on right now as well, right? Part of the roadmap, I'm not sure if you're going to go there, but I want to make sure I discuss it. Something that we went over with Venkat. Absolutely loved his vision. So imagine that someone came in through Black Car Service, but it was for airport transportation. What we're working towards to solve, and we're very close, is we're going to be able to use the Limo Anywhere API, pull that information, segment out that list, and do a specific text message for that individual to make sure that you're on top of mind, run a promotion. Maybe they did in a bandit cart. You might want to run a different promotion for a corporate airport transportation service than maybe someone that you're doing for your charter service, or maybe your party bus, or maybe your limo. That being said, we're also working on integrating AI for those who aren't very creative and those that just want to move on and move quick. This is going to help solve for that. You're just seeing the first part of it. I mean, we're constantly working very hard every single day. We're working with some of the best minds out there when it comes to AI and e-commerce and conversion rate optimization.
Yeah, that's great. And then, look, all the things we're talking about today, this is all, it's worth getting started, just to get going. Again, some of this stuff takes time, and to start building now for your 2025 game plan is really, really important here. So if you can get it, pop to the next one.
Yeah, and I'll always say, guys, if you do decide to move forward, buy us on what you see and what we offer today. right? We're going to solve for more tomorrow, and this is the best time to take advantage of it. So again, feel free to learn more, watch this video again, email us. We're happy to answer any questions. We just want the word out.
Yeah. So last thing I'll say, but then we'll just talk about Jeremy, I'll hand it back to you. We'll talk about packages. Is just, we're talking about some of the cool features. One of the challenges as we know is posting on social, and Jeremy, as he pointed out, is such a big signal for Google. So you got to be doing it somehow, some way. Whether you have a cousin that can do it for you today, have them do it. But the reality is, you may have just dropped somebody off at the airport. You can snap a photo and you can text that photo in, and it'll post it immediately on Instagram. That's what we call the AI, text to post scenario. And that's something in the platform that we'll be rolling out too. So
Brian,
just,
can I walk through
yeah,
that a little bit more? I'm sorry.
please.
I feel like we might have had a miss there, so I just want to walk you through the update, okay? Actually, imagine going to the back end of the software and we say we want to schedule 5 social media posts a week. We want to put them on Facebook. We want to put them on our group, our GMB profile, or I'm sorry, GPP now, or if we want to put on Facebook. So the system will automatically text you on your cell phone or your drivers and say, hey, it's that time. Please send us a picture of your most recent drop off. Great. AI will automatically describe what they see in the picture, and they'll ask you, do you approve? If you say yes, it'll approve it. If you say no, add my booking engine to it with the link to the website, and also put, if you call today, we'll give you 5% off. Whatever it might be, it'll automatically update it. Then it'll say, here's what we came up with. Do you like it? If yes, hit approve, and it'll approve it, and it automatically does it for you. So you don't have to remember when to log in, when to do these things. And it's most likely going to do a much better job than you, unless you are a very creative writer, which, full transparency, I'm definitely not.
Yeah, that's great. So super exciting stuff going on in our world too. So, but again, and I'm going to pass it back to you, Jeremy, but I would just say, of course, there's some things you can certainly do yourself. And some of this stuff gets pretty sophisticated. And so it's, having a partner alongside is always a good thing to have if you can do that. So
Yep.
Jeremy, I'll pass it back to you and how you can flip the screen here.
Sure. So before we get into packages, one thing I want to share with everyone, again, we're about to show you some on-site SEO, some things you can do for yourself today. That'll help you solve for tomorrow, right? If you got more time than you do capital. One thing I want everyone to know is there's also some courses you can take. If you want to learn to do Google ads, Facebook ads, I highly recommend Udemy. That's udemy.com. Powers and knowledge. If you have time, you want to learn how to do it, definitely do it. It's definitely worth it. You'll definitely see the type of return you're looking for as long as you spend the time to really learn that. If you're looking how to learn SEO, some great courses I put some of my reps through over the years is Superstar SEO. Good friend of mine started that program. If you also look up Gotch SEO course, that's GOTCH SEO course, a lot of great stuff there. On top of that, if you're ever looking through, let's say, SEMrush or Href Academies, these are, again, softwares you can use to learn how to do SEO. Again, check out Superstar SEO to learn SEO. Also, check out Gotch SEO when you want to get more advanced. On top of that, if you want to learn how to do Google ads and Facebook ads, get that instant mashed potatoes, that instant success, check out udemy.com. That's udemy.com. So now I'll go ahead and transition to our AR marketing platform. So these are the new platform packages that we're offering. LA Basic, definitely not basic. I lost the vote on the name, but it is what it is. This is our premium website plus call tracking. It's something that we just released. It also can integrate your current Limo Anywhere booking engine. It has brand reputation management, where when it'll automatically ask customers for reviews. On top of that, it'll also do AI assist if you're looking to respond back to your reviews, which you should. On top of that, it also does local directories and citations, things that we've done strategic partnerships to have. So definitely take advantage, take a look at that. We also have the AI social media management, which Brian recently went over. Keep in mind, some things we showed you in the roadmap, some things that we already have. Majority of everything you saw today is what we have. Top it off, we also have a marketing dashboard, so you can see where your where your traffic's coming from. We can help you set that up. We also have Flex Text email. That is where it does the text messages and the email sequences for like your abandoned carts, as well as eventually working through that integration with Limo Anywhere, so we can help drum up more business and stay top of mind with your customers. On top of that, we also have automated LA Google review capture. Again, that's also working with the branded reputation management. They kind of go hand in hand. Now, as we transition to LA Rocket, it's everything that Basic does, but plus it also does a do-it-for-you solution for Google ads and Facebook ads. You'll be able to see the creative. You'll be able to see your return on ad spend. And that's both for Google and Facebook. One thing that I want everyone to know is, it's great to have conversion rate optimization. It's very hard to solve for it on every platform. For example, a Wix site, definitely, if you have a Wix site, that's why we're doing this brand new platform. It is not a good platform. There's a lot of old WordPress sites that have a lot of old plugins. They're outdated. They're very low on page speed. These are things that we're educating our customers on. This is why we built out a brand new tech stack to help solve for that. That being said, when we're trying to get all of our conversion rate optimization, full transparency here, it works for a majority of everyone. But there are some sites that are very troublesome. And the reason why is because the platform is very outdated. This solves for all of that. The reason why I'm calling that out is a gentleman mentioned, like, I can't see my conversions. Rest assured, we can do it now, but every platform is different. And that's why we're transitioning here. And it makes way more sense. And not to mention, it's very affordable. Now, as we transition to LaBooster, that is going to be a combination of LA Basic plus Rocket with search engine optimization. This is a plan for those who are patient, who are looking for long-term success, and they want to reduce overall ad spend, or maybe they're looking to scale. For example, hypothetical scenario, let's say that my cost per conversion on AdWords or Facebook is 30 or 40 bucks, right? And when you go to, because you're paying per click, you're not going to win all of them. But when you go to search engine optimization, you are there. If you're on the front page of Google, you're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is far much more cost effective long-term than it is just running ads, right? But at the same time, ads are very valuable. They're very successful. It does get you that instant success, but long-term strategy play is transition to SEO and help reduce AdWord cost. But those who are really looking to scale and they really want a full funnel and they want to stay on top of mind with their current customer base, as LaBooster solves for all of that. So again, it's a combination of LA Basic, LA Rocket, as well as their search engine optimization package. So those who want to learn more, feel free to chime in, schedule a meeting for that.
Hey, Jeremy, can I just say one thing?
Sure.
If I just jump in, I get a lot of questions about this, so I thought it was worth pointing out. I had a question for somebody the other day. They're like, man, I love my website. I think it's great. It's built on old technology, but I think it's great. And I had another guy who said, well, I just had a WordPress site built. And so, what's going on? Can I use these technologies? And I always say, hey, look, if you love the look of your website, it's great. We'll keep it the same. We just need to put it on this modern tech stack that's built to capture all the things we're trying to do and capture the attention of Google. So if you love your website, fine. Put it on the right tech stack, though, so it has all the things that it needs to be successful.
Well, yeah. And Brian, I'm happy you mentioned that, but it's also important, like, everyone has their opinions at the end of the day, but data speaks louder than words. I've seen some guys who are bragging about their website. They love them. They're proud of them. They should be. But at the end of the day, you don't know what you don't know. If you don't have that phone number there, if you don't have that UI, UX, if you don't have that call to action button that attracts hits and clicks, 90% of people are right-handed. If it's not positioned in the right place, then those are the things that this solves for. That is going to help reduce your costs on AdWords. It's also going to help you get higher attraction and faster results on Google because you're going to have that click-through rate. So it's very important to know that, let's say you like your website. Great. Tell us what you like about it. Let's take the furniture out and let's upgrade it to this brand new house, move it on in, then let's enhance the features, right? Let's give you those granite countertops, that Alexis thing where you can turn on your lights, this, that, the other, all the bells and whistles. So more importantly, we can automate things worth automating and make sure that we get the conversions that we're looking for. Because everything works off percentages. If I can tweak this color and I can get my conversions up even 0.5%, I win and I save a lot over the course of a year, right? If I can have the proper content in the right place and pass that 5-second test, again, that can give me another 1% lift. If I have the phone number in the right place and we are working on where it drags down with you with the footer and we get that call to action, again, those are more conversions that you wouldn't have otherwise unless you know this. So when we give you our recommendations, please take time, listen to the team. That's because we've put in our homework, we've done our due diligence, and we feel confident we know what it takes to win. But we always want to make you happy. A lot of things we can solve for, but platform is very important. I could not stress that enough. Conversion rate optimization is extremely important. And that's both content, UI, and UX. But great call out, Brian. Happy you shared that. So if we don't mind, let's go ahead and move to the next one and make sure everyone gets a benefit out of this. So again, exclusive offer. We'll waive $1,000 on the setup fee for anyone that signs up for marketing package by November 3rd. The prices that we're offering today, it's not a one size fits all kind of solution. It all really depends on what you're trying to solve for, what your goal is. Last thing is we don't want to be the only ones making money. It's very important that we set realistic expectations. Our marketing consultant will walk you through what that looks like. And, you are our customers. So at the end of the day, we need to make sure that everyone wins here. We got to set realistic expectations. We got to make sure that everyone understands what the goal is. And when you share your goals, we're going to make recommendations based on that. Not everyone's looking to scale. Some people just want to maintain what they have and they just want to be able to increase their ticket price. There's a plan for that. Some people want to get into a brand new market. There's a plan for that. We just got to find out what you're looking to solve for and what the goal is. Some people just don't want to have to lay that guy off because business is dropping a little bit. Walk us through what that looks like and we can try to help solve for that as well. That said, scan the code below to redeem this offer and you can schedule a meeting with us and we'll love to walk you through what that looks like. But next, let's go ahead and talk about the OnSite SEO. Go ahead, Howie. So recommended SEO course, again, we got Gotcha SEO. We also have Superstar SEO. And there's many others out there. Those are just ones that I've seen a lot of results. It's really good for on-site SEO and basic backlink strategy. And to be honest, that's really what it takes to be successful in most of these markets. It really does. Because it looks like that there's a lot of people currently who are seeing success just because they have really old websites. They've been at it for a very long time. But backlinks is very important if you're looking to solve for that and build domain authority. We can walk you through that, but those courses can also show you the importance of it. And they're very affordable. It's more like, here's a shovel. You're going to either pick it up or dig. If not, hand it to us and we'll dig all day for you. Free keyword search tool. If you want to look up Keyword Surfer, you'll hear them mention that in the Udemy classes, as well as you'll hear them mention that in Superstar SEO. We also have a free metadata that's called, please forgive me, let me look real quick. Here it is. SEO Meta one click. Again, don't download these tools unless you're willing to actually take a course. That's where you're going to see the biggest impact, and they don't really take much of your time. It just, if you're going to do it, and if you're going to do it in a cadence, okay? Also exclusive SEO on-site webinar. If you look at this QR code, this one's going to show you how to do proper on-site SEO. The reason why I wanted to share that with you is there's a template there on how to solve for a city page and also how to work on getting rankings. The reason why I'm sharing this right here, so if you do take that Udemy course, if you do take that Superstar SEO course, you can learn how to do on-site SEO that relates to your industry, because some of these might just show you an example of what they did for a different industry. It might not exactly translate, but this will give you a good understanding and help you cover that gap. So anyway, that said, I want to thank everyone for joining today. If you have questions, please put them in the chat. We'll try to respond to them when we can. It's 8 o'clock here in Texas. I got to get home and eat dinner, but again, we will take some time tomorrow. We'll ping those who have requests, and those who are requesting a meeting, you can put in the chat. You can schedule it now. Those who are just looking to learn more, If you want us to send you this video afterwards, we can. If you want us to share it with anyone else, again, just feel free to ping us. Thanks again, everyone. Brian, you got any remarks for us?
No, thanks everybody.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you so much. We'll make this a wrap.